Turning to the border now, where a migrant crisis is growing again. More than 4,000 children in custody at overcrowded facilities after a 25% surge in border crossings by unaccompanied minors in the last week. President Biden deployed FEMA to handle the surge over the weekend. Our chief White House correspondent Cecilia Vega reports from a border facility in Donna, Texas. Good morning, Cecilia.
George, good morning to you. You know this. We have been repeatedly denied access into facilities like this one right here behind me. The administration citing COVID and privacy concerns, but we are this morning getting our first glimpse inside, and these allegations are disturbing.
This morning, inside these massive tents along the southern border, hundreds of migrant children waking up in crowded conditions without their parents. Lawyers who recently went inside tell me the overcrowding is so severe some children don't have beds and are forced to sleep on the floor. One girl telling them she hadn't showered in 6 days.
How young are we talking?
We saw the whole spectrum from 1 to 17.
Our cameras not allowed in. The Border Patrol handing out its own footage when the facility opened last month. The lawyers say 45 to 50 children share a space like this.
That is where they would spend their entire day. They did tell us that every few days they were allowed to go into a courtyard for about 20 minutes, but it seems that some children would go longer than that without seeing the sun.
They say siblings of opposite genders who traveled together were separated upon arrival. Some children saying they haven't been allowed to call their parents. This new video showing the surge at the border, sources telling ABC News the more than 4,200 children currently in custody is at record levels, up 25% from last week alone. Authorities detaining more than 500 kids a day, kids who made a long and dangerous journey alone. The system's so overwhelmed, the Biden administration has called on FEMA to help take in, house, and transport kids to more child-friendly facilities. But inside these tents, lawyers say there are so many kids they're being held way past the 3-day legal limit, some up to a full week. And even though many of the children have family north of the border, the lawyers telling me those kids can't immediately be reunited with those family members because of all the bureaucratic red tape.
So the lawyers say you're not seeing inside here behind me kids in cages like you saw under the Trump administration. They say what's needed is faster case management. They do believe the Biden administration is trying to do the humane thing here. But, George, we have asked for an official response to the allegations that these lawyers raised. The White House kicked us over to DHS. DHS kicked us over to Customs and Border Protection. We still don't have an official response, George.
And Cecilia, meantime, the surge keeps on coming. What's behind it?
Well, it's just so complicated. These kids are coming from some of the most dangerous countries in the world. There certainly is a perception that it might be easier to cross under the Biden administration. But, George, also the Biden administration isn't kicking these kids back across the border alone like the Trump administration did. So all of that is leading to that severe overcrowding here. It's just heartbreaking. Okay,
Cecilia Vega, thanks very much. I'm going to be heading to Philadelphia tomorrow for an exclusive interview with President Biden. That's going to air Wednesday on GMA.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.